Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Against the Public for March 13th. It's a Wednesday, March 13th. We're the only show to analyze early betting patterns by the public, and we've done that once again with 3 more free college basketball plays for Wednesday. Yesterday, we crushed another NBA free 3-pack on the show. Absolutely been on fire in this show, and I hope everybody's been able to kind of tail those selections. I think it's our 15th winning card in the last 20 shows. So hopefully everybody has taken that, and then we're putting it into an all-access pass or a 3-pack or just simply tailing the show, which I appreciate no matter what you do. Before I get to our free plays for Wednesday, don't forget, I will have my NBA 3-pack locked and loaded about 10 minutes after the show. Take the cash that we made with our free plays and get involved with my powerful Wednesday 3-pack. It's an incredible card. I can't wait to get to it. In addition, we will have another college basketball and an NHL 3-pack. Might be a 5-pack in college basketball. Kind of working on that, but we'll see what we'll put up for tomorrow. All 3 packs, as you know, are $49.99. And of course, that always comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. If you don't want to mess with a 3-pack or the individual plays, guys, the best bet is to get involved with my all access pass. Gives you every one of my plays from the NBA, college basketball, NHL, upcoming Major League Baseball season. Every play straight to you every day for one low price. And you can get a 30-day pass for less than $11 a day, a 90-day pass for less than $10 a day, or an annual all-access pass, which gives you every single play for the next year, which carries you right through football season. You remember, we've absolutely annihilated college and the NFL this year. Takes you all the way through that for $3.56 a day. It will ensure that you will never miss another best bet from myself. Again, if you're not an all-access member right now, here's why you can't let another day go by. And especially, we'll focus on the NBA. Absolutely been on fire. 59% winners in the NBA over the last 7 days. That's why it's very important to get involved in tomorrow's 3-pack. Plus 1,271 units won this season, 2023-24 season. I am still the #1 overall handicapper on Pick Dawgz with a minimum of 500 plays. Join me for the rest of 2024 right now. Remember, when you're choosing a capper, it never matters what hype that they're throwing out there, what kind of sales pitch they're throwing out there. It's all about the record. The record tells you exactly who you are, and hopefully in 2024, our record's good enough that you will join me tomorrow and for the rest of 2024, at least for May, because or March rather. I don't even know what month it is, but at least for the month of March, because we have a massive month. 31 days. I love 31 day months. It really is one of those months where you can look back and say, well, that was a difference maker in my 2024 bankroll. So very excited about that. This is going to be our best year ever, so please make sure you get involved. Okay, on to our free games for Wednesday in college basketball. Of course, all 3 of these games are conference tournament games. 12 o'clock Eastern Time, 6:45, 6:46, Florida State Seminoles versus the Virginia Tech Hokies. Hokies minus 3.5, 152.5 is your total. The 9th seed Florida State takes on the 8th seed Virginia Tech Hokies. Of course, that's the ACC tournament. Both teams split their 2 games during the regular season, with FSU dropping the last meeting by 8 as a 5-point underdog. And that loss, we remember that Jameer Watkins had a monster game. He had 26 points, just couldn't quite keep the Seminoles in that game. But he was 7 of 9 from the floor, 9 for 11 from the free throw line. Just unstoppable. We also remember that Florida State shot 53% in that loss. So that's something to kind of take into account. And we always look at final scores and did you cover, did you not cover. But we very rarely go back and take into account what did a team actually shoot, or how good were they from the free throw line. Those are very important factors. And when Florida State shot 53% against Virginia Tech, I made sure to make another note that if they do play again, to make sure that you understand that that win was not as impressive as some of the others that Virginia Tech has had this year. I thought the Seminoles were extremely lazy on defense. which led to the Hokies getting to the line 32 times. And that was your difference right there. Outside of that, it was Florida State's day, certainly on the offensive end. And when you can convert 28 of 32, you're going to have a hard time winning against anybody. I have a massive amount of respect for Leonard Hamilton. I think he's going to make the adjustments and have his team in line for a straight-up win. So we're going to take Florida State plus 3.5. And the game number 2, 2 o'clock Eastern Time, 6:39 and 6:40. The Fordham Rams versus the VCU Rams. VCU minus 8.5, 133.5 is your total. I was really impressed with Fordham on Tuesday in that overtime win against Davidson as a 3.5-point dog. If you were with us, you know that we had Fordham in that game. There was a point in that game, though, where Fordham was down by 13 that next possession, and we were getting 4 in that game. So we were down by 9, and that next possession, I said to a friend of mine, I said, this one is going to determine whether they win or at least cover this game. And then from that point on, they seemed to turn it on. Will Richardson had a fantastic day, but I don't. He was okay on the day. I don't know if I would put fantastic on it, but I didn't think that Fordham played their best, and I didn't think Richardson played his best either. So even though they got the win, I still think that they can play a little bit better. I can't tell you how many times, and if you watch this game in the same manner and watch through the same lens that I did, how many times did Fordham have a wide open 3? I mean, like set shot 3 clanked off the back of the iron. It was extremely frustrating. Fordham actually could have won that game today in regulation and by a lot more than they did. But I think they're going to shoot better than 35% from the field, and I don't think they're going to go 6 of 24 from 3. So we're going to take Fordham plus the pretty generous 8.5 in this one. And in game number 3, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, LaSalle, the Explorers versus the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. Bonnies minus 6.5 and 141. The Explorers have cashed 6 straight unders. While managed just 65 points on their loss of St. Louis to end the season, which also cashed an under. This number opened at 143. It was bet down to 141, so I think we are getting a decent number here. Their only meeting this year, LaSalle won 72-59 as a 6-point underdog, easily going under that total of 146.5. But the Explorers, again, going back to field goal percentage, the Explorers did shoot 51% from the field. Deshaun Shepard had a monster day with 23 points in their last meeting. He wasn't quite as effective against George Washington. In fact, really hasn't been the same since that meeting against the Bonnies, outside of that Duquesne game when he was pretty good. But outside of that, this might be a game that wakes him back up again, because I think he needs to start getting on a little bit of a roll. Since the Bonnie game, just maybe that one game, that one game for sure against Duquesne, maybe one other game he was okay in. But I think he's a lot better player than what he's shown of late. I look for Shepard and the Explorers to be more efficient on offense than they were in their first meeting, and certainly as more than they have been of late. So I'm going to go over 141 in that game. So that does it for your free plays for Wednesday. Go to pickdawgz.com right now. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every one of my plays from college basketball, NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball coming up, all the way straight through to the start of the NFL and college football seasons if you get a long enough package. 2024 is going to be your best year ever. So get on board, jump on my shoulders. I will take you where your bankroll needs to be. And I do appreciate everybody that came on board on Sunday, everybody that's been on board since the start of 2024. And again, manage that bankroll properly, and we are going to have a fantastic year. Make sure to stay disciplined, bankroll management, and we'll be where you want to be. Let's recap our free plays one more time. Florida State plus 3.5, Fordham plus 8.5, and LaSalle and St. Bonaventure over 141. One programming note, I told you this before, I will not be back. I'm going on the road tomorrow. I will not be back until Monday night, so you get a show for Tuesday, but Monday night will be our next show. So I appreciate everybody sticking with me. Of course, all my picks will be up on pickdawgz.com, so we'll make sure that we get those up. But I've tried. I tried doing videos before when I'm on the road, and it really depends on the Wi-Fi, and then I can't get a hotspot, and it gets very, very frustrating. So I want to make sure that I'm fair to you and fair to the people that I'm with, and I just say, hey, look, no videos for a couple days, which I apologize for that. But we will have the free picks up there, or we will have the picks up on pickdawgz.com every single day, and I do appreciate everybody that has backed me financially and said great things and nice things on the YouTube page, and where this show continues to grow. So thank you very much for that. We will see you again next week for Against the Public. I'm Dana Lane. Let's crush them all weekend and week long. I don't even know what day it is. I guess what is it, Wednesday? Crush them all week into the weekend, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining me.